Memphis' starting group. Jackson out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Jalen Wells. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the 2. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Duncan Robinson is out there with Kate Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. This game could be like a tennis match, Grant, with the ball racing from one side of the court to the other.
Yeah, BA, you can get whiplash watching these teams run up and down the floor. They like to get it and go without any hesitation.
Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the defense was solid right there, but Cunningham was able to fight through it with better offense.
And the basket by Aldama.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
You knew they were going to be aggressive, and now you see them executing that.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. And he makes it on the layup. Cunningham's got his second basket of the game.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Now here's Aldama. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now here's Cunningham. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. Here's Harris. No good, a bit long that time. Jerome outside. Fires the 3. And it's Coward missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Thompson outside. Outside Robinson. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Coward. And here's Jackson. 3-pointer. Duren with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Harris outside. Here's Duren. Cunningham outside. 18 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. Cunningham's got 6 points.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
And it's Detroit with the ball. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Outside Robinson. Pass to Harris. Back to Thompson from outside the arc. Memphis with a rebound. Last time they met was in Memphis.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
Yeah, they were almost too aggressive defensively. Intensity is one thing. It's a good thing, actually, but you must control it.
Here's Cunningham. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Harris down low, defended by Jackson. Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Harris. Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
And Harris drops them both. Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Now here's Aldama, continuing to put up the points, averaging 14 per game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Thompson. They lead by 1. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Hard legs for teams gearing up for a playoff push. This is the time of year when you want to be clicking on all cylinders.
And you notice that difference in intensity immediately after the All-Star break because teams are starting to ramp it up, getting ready for the playoffs.
Players seem to know when they've got the kind of team that can make a deep run.
Oh, everybody in that locker room can sense it.
Here's Coward, still without a bucket. Aldama outside. Pass to Jerome. Now Wells to the middle. They double him with Harris. There's Jackson with the 3. Knocks down the long J. Jackson's got 5 now.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Thompson passes to Duran. Now Cunningham. Right at the free throw line. And again, it's Detroit converting.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Jackson with a screen on Cunningham. Down low. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Harris on the wing, defended by Jackson, and the shot's good.
That's a nice burst of quickness and the added power on that drive by Harris.
To the paint, here's Aldama, sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The Pistons second.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
And here's Jerome. 23 points his last outing. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. They trail by 1. Harris outside. Duran with a screen on Jackson. Harris passes to Duran. Out to Thompson. The 3 ball. The offensive rebound. Another shot. And Duran lays it in.
You have to put a body on Duran. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. On defense, Detroit. Wells up top. Jackson outside. Back to Wells. 4-3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
Now here's Robinson. 15 in his last outing. Ooh, nice move as he stepped back and cast it up. Thompson's got 5 now.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Jerome, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Jerome. Thompson pulls it in. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Outside Robinson. Now here's Duren. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Jerome against Cunningham. Here's Coward. The three-pointer off the mark. The Pistons leading. Now Duren, pass to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Jerome. Here's Cunningham. And there's another one for the Pistons.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Aldama outside. Oh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
Thompson, a screen on Jerome. And stolen by Jerome. There's the drive. Pass to Aldama. 6 to shoot. Wells. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Duren with it. Working on Aldama. Duren. Pass to Harris. Cunningham, left side. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Cunningham's got 12 points in the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For the Pistons, Stewart, he's checked in for Thompson, and Herter's subbed in for Robinson. Memphis making a switch here. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Jackson. Gets the 3 to fall. 10 points for him.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
Herter from long range. Connects from downtown. And the Pistons lead by 4.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Jackson. 14 points his last outing. And Jerome the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Detroit has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And he lobs it up. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Pass to Aldama. Now here's Jackson, hounded by Harris. Now here's Pippen. The D's right on him. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Harris. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Herter from long range. And the Pistons, another 3.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Aldama outside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. So for the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Duren. LeVert comes in for Harris. Jenkins comes in for Kate Cunningham. Prosper's checked in for Memphis. Spencer comes in for Jerome. .50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. LeVert outside. Outside Herder. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
And games like that are backbreakers. To be so close to victory, but let it slip away is frustrating.
Look, I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to just move on. You can't dwell on it and let it affect the next performance.
Now here's Stewart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn.
And he did his part from the line. True fouls and made them count.
Aldama in the post. Chalk up 2 there. Aldama's got 15 points. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Grizzlies out in front, up by 2. And we'll be back with you shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Memphis?
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And clearly they have been using the three-point line to their advantage, looking for that shot early and often.
They've got Karis LeVert, Holland out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Kevin Herder, and it's Jenkins in at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Jenkins. After Memphis picked up the 3 with their last shot. Stewart outside. Here's Herder. Banked it in off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Pass to Rupert. Here's Spencer. Herder defending. To the left wing. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Here's Prosper. Stewart defends. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got his first 2 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pass to LeVert. Here's Jenkins. Here's the 3. Goes back up. And there's the bucket as Stewart finishes it off.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out. You get your feelings hurt.
Here's Prosper. Stewart defends. And here's Pippen. The rebound by Stewart.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost them that time.
Pass to Jenkins. Stewart outside. Now here's LeVert. Shoots from 14, and he buries his first look.
Very comfortable shooting it from there. LeVert converts. Get it?
Here's Spencer. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Pippen outside. And the layup is good off the glass. and the Grizzlies lead by 5.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So for the Pistons, Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Cunningham outside. Pass to Holland. Hey, from beyond the arc. And no good. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Prosper. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And the free throw, no good. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Holland. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Prosper, and that one is hammered home.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 12. Pass to Holland. Here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Over Jerome. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now here's Wells. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Inside. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Here's Holland. Thompson with a screen. And here's Cunningham. Beyond the arc. Oh, the range of Cunningham.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
Memphis leading by 6. Here's Hendricks. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And we also need to mention his defense. He had a couple of big-time blocks.
Here's Jerome. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Jerome's got 8 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Holland. No points so far. And Cunningham throws it down.
And playing with great control, Cunningham is dictating the pace, getting to his spots, and taking it to the defense.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Harris checked in for Detroit. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Jackson, he's checked in for Hendricks. Here's Jackson. He's got 12. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jerome on the wing. 5 to shoot. Pass to Coward from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Cunningham with the ball. 17 points in the game. Over Jerome. Hits the front of the rim and out. Memphis leading by 9. Jerome on the wing for three. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
In general, they're finding good looks from beyond the arc, steadily improving as this game's going along.
Outside Robinson. Back to Cunningham. This one for three. Rebounded by Prosper. Memphis has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Outside Wells. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
Detroit shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Duren, he's checked in for Harris. Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort, look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want-to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
And it's Coward missing. Pistons trail by 12. Cunningham looking around. Out to Thompson from deep. Jerome grabs the miss.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Pass to Wells. Now here's Jerome. Shot is up. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Jerome against Robinson. Cunningham outside. Up and in from the low block. Cunningham's got 19 points.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Jackson outside. Lets the three fly. Hits a three-pointer.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Cunningham. Cunningham showing the D, no mercy.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
To the middle. Duren with a steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Duren.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
Jerome passes to Aldama. Here's Coward. Pass to Jackson. Jerome, right side. Let's go with a three. Detroit with a rebound. Stewart's got 5 rebounds in the game. Duren finds Robinson. And here's Cunningham. Stewart, a screen on Jerome. Inside. And finished off by Stewart.
Well, Cunningham is confident running these sets. He just knows how to break down the defense.
And Jerome has got the ball here for Memphis. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. That'll be their 2nd of 3 games total on this road trip. Now here's Jerome. He's got 11, and the three-pointer goes.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Detroit making a change here. Harris is checked in. And in that March stretch, some interesting things going on in the East. Taking a look at Detroit, they have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon.
Well, I think for the Pistons, they've been relentless competitors all season long. They've assured themselves of a lot of home games in the postseason, and we'll see if they can capitalize.
Now here's Robinson. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. And again, no good by Detroit. Grizzlies lead by 10. Here's Jerome. No good on the triple.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Jackson surveying the D. 1:41 left in the first half. Jerome against Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Wells. And he nails the jumper. Wells has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've been so efficient from deep, hitting over 50%. That'll win a lot of games.
Harris down low. Jackson on him. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Detroit shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
At the line for your Pistons, Harris. Tobias Harris.
Mind the lanes.
One shot.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And you know what you've got to respect about a guy like Harris? He has been in a lot of different uniforms over the course of his career, but he's been productive everywhere he's been.
Here's Coward. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Now here's Aldama. They've got a 9-point lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
Outside Wells. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. There's 31 seconds left to play in the half. Jerome against Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Jerome. Down low. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Jerome against Cunningham. Jerome passes to Jackson. Jerome on the wing. Over Cunningham. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Hey everybody, I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Well, this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch-up.
Memphis leading by 7. On the court for Memphis, they've got Ty Jerome. Gigi Jackson is out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Santi Aldama, and it's Coward in at the shooting guard position. Here's Coward, here's Jerome, and it's all from three-point range. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back over to you, Brian.
Establishing the mindset. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Wells. Jerome passes to Aldama. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, B.A., the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Now here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Cunningham. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Here's Jerome. 14 points for him. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
Memphis ball.
And while we have a chance, the 2K leaderboard showing the NBA's best when it comes to steals. The Pistons, number 1.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
Over to the left wing. Jackson with a screen on Cunningham.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Jerome, no good. Pass to Cunningham. Harris against Jackson from 12 feet, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham. Harris has got 9.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now Aldama. Oh, it's pure again. He's now a perfect 10 for 10 in this one.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Jerome against Cunningham. Thompson with a screen. And it's Cunningham missing. Grizzlies lead by 8. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Pass to Harris. Duran, the screen. Launches a 3. The Pistons rebound. Jerome against Cunningham. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Cade Cunningham. 2 shots.
That one's off.
And we're seeing Cunningham turn himself into a leader. This is why he went first overall back in 2021.
And he's good on the second. And in recent years, Legs, we're seeing a lot of young teams having success. Also, depth playing big dividends. What's changed?
Well, I think with today's up-tempo style, more players have to cover more ground. It just makes sense that younger, deeper teams are better equipped to handle all that wear and tear.
Young players seem to be more welcome, too, in the NBA culture.
No doubt. They're going to get an opportunity sooner.
And the Pistons with possession here, after Memphis picked up the three with their last shot.
Well, that's nice. Asserting himself inside. Harris taking it right to the defense.
Outside Wells. Pass to Jackson. Aldama outside. Fires from deep. The Pistons clear it. Duran's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Wells. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Thompson. And it's now 26 points for Cade Cunningham. And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Adjustments are everything in this league, and you need to maximize your time to make those adjustments.
I want to hear everybody make some noise. Give a big round of applause for your Pistons dancing. Let's dance, please.
And so it's Memphis with it. Pass to Wells. Jackson outside. There's the triple. And again, it's Memphis missing.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Harris outside. Duran up top. 6 to shoot. Pass to Thompson. The three. And the dunk by Duran.
And this team really counts on Duran for exactly that. Securing misses and then immediately taking it back up.
Now here's Jerome. He's got 17 with the drive. Jackson for 3. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's Cunningham. He's got 26.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Pass to Coward. Now here's Aldama. Jackson outside. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Cunningham passes to Duran. Detroit moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Harris. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Aldama. Outside Wells. Back to Jackson. Fires the 3. The rebound by Detroit. They've got the Heat ahead of them in their next game in Miami. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. They get it back. Here's Cunningham. Down low, Cunningham.
Yeah, hanging around on the offensive boards. Cunningham creating a second chance opportunity.
Pass to Coward. Outside Wells. Jackson outside. That doesn't go either for Jackson.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Out to Thompson. This one for 3. Aldama grabs the board.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And stolen by Cunningham. Outside Robinson. Pass to Harris. Fires from deep. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Well, that's really smart that time. Harris did not give the defense any time to adjust.
Here's Coward. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. 4-3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Harris outside. Robinson, a screen on Jackson. For 3, here's Harris. And it's Coward with a rebound. Coward's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Wells to stop the drought. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside Robinson. Here's Duren. Robinson finds Duren. Out to Harris. Launches a 3. Knocks down the long J. And now it's just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
Well, you can't give Tobias Harris that look from beyond the arc.
Jerome outside to the middle. Shoots from the right block. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Duren.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with dribble. And they've made the most of their chances there as well.
And they are racking up the assist totals because they're moving the ball selflessly. You're seeing great chemistry out there.
And that one misses.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
And Stewart with a basket on the assist by Duren. Stewart's got 9.
And they're really working the paint now.
To the right side. Now here's Aldama, covered by Duren. Clock at 6. Pass to Wells. Here's Hendricks. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here is Thompson. To the paint. Here's Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. He's got 5.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Coward. Here's Hendricks. And here's Aldama. He's got 26. Here's Coward. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Duren. LeVert comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Then for Memphis, Prosper comes in for Aldama. And Ty Jerome subbed in for Wells. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Pass to Holland. Cunningham with the ball. Picked up by Jerome.
I just love the ball movement.
And the Grizzlies shooting around 41% in the 3rd quarter. Here's Coward. He's checked by LeVert. Here's Hendricks. Let's go with a three. Hits the trifecta. Hendricks has got 6 points.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Outside Herder. Pass to Stewart. Outside to LeVert. Releases. And again, it's Detroit converting.
A good shooter with a smooth stroke. LeVert's ability to hit shots can take him very far in this league.
Here's Coward. 5 points in the game. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. In third, the Grizzlies.
Over the last month, that has been a big weapon for their offense. They have shot it really well from deep.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Herder. Now LeVert. 35 seconds left in the third. Stewart, a screen on Jerome. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Here's Prosper. Stewart defends. Jerome feeling it out a bit. Here's Coward. Nails it from 3. Coward's got 6 points in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Cunningham. No good, off the front rim. Fires from way outside. No good, misses at the buzzer. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Memphis ahead, up 5. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
And he runs their offense for a reason. He's got excellent vision. Wow, what a gift for his teammates.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Kate Cunningham out there with Kevin Herder. Then there's Holland. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Stewart in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And here are the Grizzlies now. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Jerome against Cunningham. Pippen outside. Pass to Hendricks. All sorts of time. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Well, Memphis shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Pippen, pass to Jerome. They set the pick. Back to Pippen. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there. Pistons trail by 7. Cunningham passes to Herder. Pass to Stewart. Now here's Cunningham. For Jerome. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Prosper. Here's Hendricks. Here's Pippen. Jerome on the wing. He's watched by Cunningham. Puts it up from the high post. Here's Hendricks. And there's Memphis with another bucket. The Pistons have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Cunningham outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Ty Jerome.
Well, the combination of size and skill make Cunningham tough to defend.
Detroit, Cunningham. Cunningham. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
Harris is checked in for Detroit. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson is checked in. Both free throws good from Cunningham.
And after not a single trip to the line in the first half, he's starting to get the whistle now.
Jackson outside. From downtown. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stewart the pass to Cunningham. Harris left side. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That is aggressive work inside by Harris, a veteran forward who understands how to get to the line.
Tobias Harris, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
And Harris drops them both. Memphis leading by 5. Jerome outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Prosper. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Jerome from deep. It's hauled in by Herter.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Cunningham steps on the gas. Count it, and the foul. Scottie Pippen picks one up.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for Detroit, Cunningham. Cunningham. 1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. Memphis leading. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. And the basket by Prosper.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Now here's Harris. Buries it down low. Harris has got 23.
And you know Harris is capable of these type of outbursts. He has been a 20-point scorer in this league.
Pass to Prosper for 3. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Now here's Cunningham. Kay takes the hit and delivers.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Cunningham against Jerome. Here's Prosper. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Cunningham. With the floater. Outside Herder. Off target from outside. Grizzlies lead by 4. Here's Pippen. Jerome outside. Back to Pippen. Here's the 3. The rebound by Detroit. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Pass to Cunningham. Now Harris. Rebounded by Prosper. Prosper's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here's Hendricks. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Harris.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Shooting for Memphis. Hendricks taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So for the Pistons. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Herder. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Building the lead to 2 possessions, but they have to hope the miss doesn't cost them.
Robinson for 3. And again, no good by Detroit. Grizzlies lead by 5. Here's Jerome. Drops in the 3. Jerome's got 20.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. And stolen by Jerome. Aldama right side. Inside. Here's Hendricks. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Thompson, a screen on Jerome. Knocked loose. Wells with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Here's Coward. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Picked by Aldama. Takes a 3. And it's Coward missing. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Down by 12. Outside Robinson. Kicks it out to Cunningham. They need this. Offensive board. Duren. Cunningham outside. Harris on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. He's got 26.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
Picked by Aldama. Launches it. The Pistons clear it. Duren's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Now here's Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 38 points.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
Jerome outside. Beyond the arc. Thompson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 7. Down low. Here's Cunningham. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Cunningham showing you some of that athleticism.
For Memphis, they've gotten 8 of 15 during the fourth quarter. Jerome passes to Aldama. Here's Hendricks. There's the 3. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got rebound number 15 here tonight. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now. They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
And at the right time, they could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
Here's Jerome, following the three-pointer by Detroit. And they call an illegal screen here.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson is checked in. Now here's Cunningham. Outside Harris. To tie it up. Yes! Locked in on the J.
Well, Tobias Harris has been in this league a long time, so he is comfortable taking important shots.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I was able to catch the message that Memphis's coach was giving to his team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Jackson, puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the 3.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Robinson outside. Now Cunningham fires the 3. Outside Harris. Cunningham against Jerome. Ooh, it misses. Grizzlies lead by 3. Outside Wells. Aldama outside. Takes a 3. Duran pulls it down. And Detroit is shooting about 60% for the game. Cunningham.
When Cunningham gets inside and plays with force, good things tend to happen.
At the line for your Pistons, Cunningham. Cunningham. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 2 here. So he gets them both.
This team knows they can rely on him in these situations. He is so consistent at the free throw line.
Harris against Jackson. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Bucket is good!
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Cunningham against Jerome. And it's in there!
He has got ice in his veins. Cunningham once again being counted on in the clutch.
Jackson. A minute 6 left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Outside Cunningham to take the lead.
And I like how tough Cunningham is, welcoming the contact on the way to the hoop.
Ooh, it knocks down the clutch free throw. So he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Huge free throws right there. He's able to put them on top with those makes.
Here's Jerome.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Cunningham against Jerome.
Well, Cunningham has been the man in these situations as long as we can remember.
And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes! Using that window!
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Cunningham. And another one!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And timeout is called by Tuomas Hisalo. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
I am really curious to see what he's got in store here.
Now here's Jackson. Harris there for the rebound. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So it's a narrow victory for the Pistons, pulling it out for the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson.